I think that one of the more interesting aspects about Star Wars Episode 9 has all to do with Rey's new lightsaber in this movie. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, a lot of people have really been wondering about the character of Rey, her lineage, her identity, her origins, etc., and exactly what she will be doing in this movie. However, what I find very interesting, even all the more so about Episode 9, has all to do with exactly how Rey will reforge the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, when it comes to one of the set designs, where both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver will actually be participating in a certain scene for this movie within the third act of the film, this is where things get very interesting when it comes to Rey's lightsaber prop piece in Episode 9. Now, one of the stunt lightsaber props that are to be used for Star Wars Episode 9 is described as Rey's lightsaber that is Anakin's reforged. The stunt saber that will be used for some scenes is described as the Skywalker saber to appear like Kylo's, with two vents coming out of the side. The middle of the hilt looks just like Anakin's, same grip and everything. However, it's described that there are yellow wires that stick out and that the blade will be unstable, with two vents for the saber, to bring in that medieval tone to Star Wars of two crossguards being used in a saber duel at some point in time in the movie. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this that are truly exciting about Rey's new lightsaber in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, it's described as a stunt lightsaber prop piece. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is actually going to be a part of the actual story in Episode 9. I would think so, because it is a lightsaber prop piece that is the Anakin lightsaber reforged. However, it has two vents coming out of the side, just like Kylo Ren's. So, to make it simple here, basically it's going to be a crossguard that's colored blue, in a different style. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not quite sure if this would be something that would be respectful to the Anakin saber or disrespectful to the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. I'm not quite sure how I really feel about this, if this is actually indeed going to be a part of the third act of the movie. Now, what could this also suggest? This could also suggest that there is going to be a time jump in the middle of Star Wars Episode 9, where we do get to see this progression of her actually modifying the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, because we have heard before in the past that it's going to be a single-bladed lightsaber, however unstable, which I was a little confused about. I'm starting to wonder to myself, if it's unstable, wouldn't it need like the actual vents in order to stabilize it somewhat and prevent it from exploding? Kind of like Kylo Ren's lightsaber, how his crystal only has a mere little crack in it, and he needs the vents. Rey's kyber crystal, however, a whole entire side piece of it was actually split. So we do know that from what we have heard before in the past, that she's going to be fusing the kyber crystal together by use of a certain torch-like device in order to bond it into one piece once again. So it's possible that maybe it won't be as unstable as Kylo Ren's lightsaber, but it will be unstable nonetheless. As far as the vents go, this is where things get very interesting for me. Alright, so it's a stunt piece, alright, a stunt prop piece for a lightsaber itself that will be used in one of the sequences. Now, could it be a brand new lightsaber entirely, or is this indeed going to be the exact Anakin Skywalker lightsaber with the two vents coming out of the sides? So, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. I can totally see where JJ and Chris Terrio are coming from, how this movie is really going to have a lot of medieval tones in it, and what better way to really insert more medieval tones than to have two cross-guard lightsabers, you know, clashing against each other, very much like, you know, Game of Thrones with swords and whatnot. So you can see, you know, what they would really be getting at here. We also know that they did have other ideas of Rey having a double-bladed lightsaber and whatnot. So we'll have to wait and see exactly which one is actually going to be the real deal here in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, like I say, this could indicate that there are going to be time jumps throughout the whole entire movie, kind of like what they did with Solo: A Star Wars Story, and even Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. Both of those two films have time jumps within the movie. So it's possible that, like I say, we could see this progression of the Skywalker lightsaber evolving and changing as we go through the movie from start to finish. Now, as far as the major lightsaber duel comes, we do know that J.J. Abrams is really aiming high for this. He really is trying to do everything possible here in order to make it pretty much on par with the Anakin versus Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber duel in Revenge of the Sith. In my opinion, I think it's nearly impossible to top that. There was something so spectacular about that scene just because you knew about what was going on. You know, this was the downfall of Anakin Skywalker and pretty much, you know, his last chance at redemption at all before he became Darth Vader. So that was a huge battle scene. We knew what was at stake there for the character of Anakin and Obi-Wan. As far as this goes, what they really could actually harness here is showing us the major stakes here, that this is the last Skywalker. You know, if Daisy Ridley's Rey actually does kill him, that is indeed the true end of the Skywalker lineage. So that could be JJ's way of creating a very interesting aspect of a lightsaber duel in comparison to Anakin versus Obi-Wan. You know, a very similar thing for sure, where we actually compare it to Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin's duel is all about the downfall of him into becoming Darth Vader because we knew where he was going. However, in this duel, it's all about the death, right, of Ben Solo being at risk, the death of the Skywalker lineage. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.